Greetings, Southern Cameroonians. Happy New Year to you all, Southern Cameroonians. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great. I'm happy to see all those who are turning on. I'm happy to see you all. I hope you all are doing great. I know most of you have seen already my heading of what I'm about to talk about. Yeah, and hi, Ziko Dondeko, how are you doing? Most often I don't see my topic or what I'm talking about, what I want to talk about. You see, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to be a little bit harsh, because our leaders, those in the diaspora who claim to be leaders of this revolution, I see most Southern Cameroonians as opportunists, and it's so bad. Yeah, it's so sickening. I see most of Southern Cameroonians, especially those in the diaspora, I'll see them all as opportunists. It's a sad thing that we are going through this difficult period in our revolution, and those which some of us, or those which we looked before to be called leaders, they don't know the meaning of that word leader. Yeah, I don't think Southern Cameroonians, most of the context of those who claim to be leaders in this restoration movement, they are not different from the Frundis. Yeah, because as an activist, we have to choose our role we play. When this revolution started, everyone has to define the role they play. But I see like the context of greetings, Chotaku, Moscow. Most of those who joined this revolution joined with the aim of looking for political exploitation. Yeah, most of those who joined this war, this Ambazonian restoration movement, they were looking it to gain chance like maybe Frundi and the others. They were looking it for a political exploitation, for their self-interested political exploitation. Apart from those who are in jail, I'm saying this apart from those who are in jail. I'm saying this for those who are in the diaspora, who abandoned the war and ran to the diaspora. For those who are this way, who came and joined the others. Yeah, most of them were looking at it as a source of political exploitation, because I want to be very frank here. I want to be very frank. No one will blame that the activists have not played their role in this revolution. We have supported the revolution at every given stage. There is no activist you see that the ones which we started this revolution, that you see that they have made some wonderful money. No. I told you, most of you, that politics is not about words. It's about action. A restoration movement is about action. When you see somebody's action changes, you see his character change, you know something must have happened in the back. Yeah, politics is not about coming outside and talk. It's about how you act. And I'm very sorry to say that where our people are today is based on how they act toward the political atmosphere in that country. Yeah, if they are suffering today, whatever they are going through is based on what they have been reacting. It's based on what they have been reacting towards the political atmosphere in that nation. Number one, I'll give you an example for like my people in Victoria. I've been preaching to the people of Victoria that it's only a contented slave that doesn't stand up against the master. And when you think that also are doing this, we're just wanting to do it for show, to be like, get some image, you're wrong. Look among all the activists we started. Have you seen one driving a good Mercedes or running or bought a good house? No, we are still the same. We are still the same. Because I would just want to clear your mind up and introduce this topic to you before I go into the dialogue or whatever. Look, all the activists. Look, politics is action. Once you see somebody who speaks and is still talking the way he talks, look his surrounding. I've asked you, most of all of you who have known us since 2016, we started this revolution. I'm talking from Mark Barata to the Tapangs and the others. Have you seen one of us? Because when they want to corrupt you politically, it's not a small deal, eh? It's not a small deal. And when they corrupt you, it's not easy to hide money as a young man. That's why I see in politics, they don't go for the young blood, because the young bloods are very agile. We, the young bloods, are very agile. Once a young man has money, it shows, eh? But it's just that most of you are, that's why I said, if Southern Cameroon has to exist tomorrow, we need to ban, we will ban this so-called literature. Because it makes most of you don't have the capability to think. Most of you sit down there, I hear some of my friends say, oh, you are rich. I ask them, do you know what it means to be a young man and have money? Man, no, there's no young man in this world that doesn't like life. I ask you that if you have to read the politics in this world, the only people that are easily to corrupt in this restoration movement of Southern Cameroon are the old people. Because an old man doesn't have nothing to show for. And the people who run the political atmosphere of this world, they know that. That the most easiest people to destroy the world are the old people. If you go for a young man, they'll easily know that the young man has gotten money. That's why I see activists, when even the ones who have struggled to come to us activists, they have not succeeded because they feel that we are agile. We are just like the restoration forces back on the ground. Yeah. But the one thing about most of you Southern Cameroon is you don't read political languages. You think it's about how sweet someone talks, how rhetoric someone is, that definitely things are going well. No. Someone might not be good in talking. Someone might not be good in writing. But his heart is full of gold. And he becomes a great leader. When the people realized him, go and check about the Gaddafis and the others, those who ended up being military leader. The people did not look about how good they are in their vocals, how good they are in their contents of writing. Because leadership is about what the spirits have put in your heart to give your people. It's about a befitting life you want to offer. About a befitting life. Why am I touching this topic? It's because the revolution is circled around something which I see many global interests running into now. I've been watching, I've been getting countless of videos. And everyone is about Canadian dialogue. Canadian dialogue. Canadian dialogue. Oh, people did not want Swiss. There was no Swiss dialogue. Now, Canadian dialogue is not different. I was just watching Barrister Bobga Harmony. I was just watching a video from Barrister Bobga Harmony and whoever, they were talking something about Canada and elaborating on why Amazonian this and that. I'll be coming to this. But let me say Happy New Year to you. I'm coming to this. I'm coming to this. I'm coming to this. Some people ask, why do us activists? We have given our all for the revolution. We have supported everyone, raised money. But have leaders, apart from those in jail, apart from those, since Seseku went to jail, has any leader given something into this revolution? This is New Year, and we have to talk this. Since Seseku and the Naira 10, the 12 disciples of this revolution, since they went to jail, all the leaders who are struggling to be part of the whatever dialogue, have they given any meaningful thing to this revolution? I told you I'm an activist and the voice of your ancestor. I push you to reason. And that's why many don't like me. I push you to reason. And the first reason I've pushed you to understand me today is they cannot corrupt a youth. They cannot bribe a youth in this restoration movement because we have an agile blood. But they can corrupt an elderly man. The next thing is, why is it that since the others went to jail, those who claim, those who say they are leaders outside, why have they not been active? Who is an active leader? You take a case of Seseku. Once he became president of the restoration movement, you could see him in London, you could see him doing all the jobs everywhere. That's a leader. A leader don't stand and wait for people to arrange things, then show up as a leader. No. I want to tell you this. A leader, number one, doesn't stand and wait for things to be set up, and then he comes and sit like a boss. A leader struggles to make things happen in favor of his people. What do we lack? What do we lack in the restoration movement? It's almost going to 7 years now we have been fighting this war. Some people regret putting their faces, but I tell most of them, don't regret. Most of the activists which are young like us, they regret. Don't regret. Don't regret. Don't regret. Most of you sat down there, the new year has begun. Like I used to talk to you all. I'll come back to this Canadian dialogue. Let me touch some other small topics. Most of you sat down there. You've watched the context of La Republique and how it's going. I've believed in the doctrine because my grandfather was a politician. And I always told people that politics is not about what someone talks, but it's about watching the action. It's like a fight. Even someone tells me to leave this restoration movement, I'll tell them it is the best thing to ever do. Did you hear Biya address Southern Cameroon on the 31st about what is going on? Did you hear? No. But 2 days after or 3 days after, you heard an official statement which is pushing some gullible people in the diaspora to start thinking that, yes, we are accepting dialogue. I just wanted to say, since that's what I want to see. I want to tell you, some people walk, they don't talk. Others sit and they carry titles and they don't walk. They go out doing. I want to ask you, the Swiss dialogue came. Did you ever hear in the Swiss dialogue, Biya, please share as you join. Did you ever hear the Cameroon government in the Swiss dialogue? Did you ever hear the Cameroon government in the Swiss dialogue ever said a word like, we are ready for dialogue, we are ready? Did you ever, when it was in Swiss? I want to say how hypocritical we are and how we cause our pain to ourselves because of self-interested heart desires. In life, I've said it in this revolution, that one of the curses we have is that we have old people who have the same mentality like the Nyets, who have the same mentality like the Ni John Frundi, who have the same mentality like those old wagons. We have those same people inside this restoration movement. Because some people think things must come only for them before they accept. Some people think like things must be, they must be briefed, they must be told things. No. If you want to be told what is going on, you need to work for it. You need to work your eyes up. You cannot claim to be a leader. You have been in the restoration movement for 6 years. Things have been going somehow, and you don't ask yourself, what impact have I been putting into the restoration movement? You say you are a leader. You are in the restoration movement. We claim to have different groups. All of them, you hear them calling names. Now, if we have to evaluate all of you, what impact have you given into it's about us youths. What impact have you put in our life? What impact have you put in the restoration movement? We hear all of you roll this, you hear that. They want to go for anything. You hear names of groups, names. I think the youth of Southern Cameroon, we are not like that of La Republique. We will stand against all of you because we need to evaluate you. Look us what youths we have been doing. Is there any one leader that will stand in this revolution and say activists, 1 or 2 activists have not been part to support to raise money? Even though we all activists have never supported one leader like we did under Seseko, but activists have been part in every leader's lives. Every leader. Under AGC, you have seen all the other activists who have been part under Ayabacho, under Dr. Akwanga. You saw how other activists were part, including youths. But now the question is, how much push do you guys put for in warranting that those guys down there, those guys, the youths down there, for 6 years, we keep saying it. We have been unable to have one constant logistics. One. For 6 years, all of you are only interested in negotiation to get your political interest towards France and La Republique. That's what it shows. But the main subject we are worried about is giving the firepower to the youth. None of you are worried about that. None of you. None of you. You don't even care. You don't care. You don't care how many youths die. You don't care. You don't care whether they have granola. You don't care whether they get popcorn. You don't care whether they get something. Your own interest. The day when you know say this revolution, the day when you know say this revolution get leaders. Now, whenever you say some dialogue, don't start. It's terrible, eh? The day when you hear say this revolution get leader, you know the year the man when the boys they need something, you know the year say some leader they work for go for some side for do something. You know the year la Republic mission and they cry say no, hey, this deal the one happen, this one the one happen, the leader they give you headache. Like they will be there for say cool. We know the year. But when you hear say some dialogue don't start. You go see Oman go come out in monkey coat. You go see Oman go come out with dirty spectacles for fight for the interest for picking them and the woman. Forgetting about those one the way they don't die. Forgetting about those the way they don't die. And I'm very happy to those who are doing what they are doing now. And I told them very clear. In the Bible did not say when 10 are gathered. It said when 3. You see what the problem we have been having in this revolution is because we have been walking over the margin of 3, 4, 5. When more than 4 or 5 people know things, it will crash, it will crash, it will crash. You see why the outside is confused? Because the real people who, and they are not old wagons. They are not old wagons. I know some old people get mad at me. They are not old people. They are fresh, young-blooded people, which money cannot corrupt. And they have shown all the old people. The old people don't get no information about what is happening. The old ones which La Republic have passed behind to corrupt, they don't get no information. No, I told you, most of you, that the war is fought on information. Information has a very high power when it concerns war. Information. Because there are people in this war that they have gone into places, sat into places in this revolution, in this restoration movement, only to get info and give La Republic. And they are making huge sum of money. There are majority of them like that. They have gone into places because when the revolution came into the diaspora, when the revolution came into the diaspora, under Sako, it was all about money, 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 money. And La Republic used that period to feed in people into their own dirty places. But we are coming to that. I'll be coming back on that dialogue. Once again, all of you, you're welcome and Happy New Year to you. As the voice of your ancestor, I've told you all that I will always be here to the end of this restoration movement. I will never go anywhere. I don't care what the highest point in any youth's life is to be part of the decision that makes a nation great. And I will never regret being part of this. I've said it that no matter where they go, no matter where Bia go to, this restoration movement will end up on the dialogue table. And for some of you, where they fool una say the restoration fighters are not fighting, it's a lie. I told you all last time that it's not fools. As the restoration movement continue going, the restoration fighters become very wise. Gone are those days when you see restoration fighters go out every day. But they watch. They watch. Yesterday, what happened? If not that, because of the dirty politics that the diaspora implemented yesterday, they should have liberated all those prisoners in, is it in Goketunja or Kumbo, yesterday. If not for the dirty politics which Sako brought into that, which has been happening in the diaspora, dividing, if that same force that No Pity had was the same force that they reached that prison yesterday, all those prisoners in that place would have been liberated. They're for free. If not be the dirty politics where after Sargon and the others they bring, now the same politics they want bring and now where they fight for no, wait they gone for dialogue. If not that same politics where Sako take a enter Goketunja, where today they don't go be military camp for Goketunja. Goketunja where La Republic no be ever pass. Today they don't go be military base for inside Goketunja. Ask Sako say how they be ever try for do that kind of thing where No Pity then this problem no become. They not for fit. They not for fit ever try for pass for inside Goketunja. But since when they speaking them, I mean, they always talk for you like a prophet. Since when these three, Insobu, Sargon, and Shaina Rambo, and No Pity, they attack that 3 armor cars. Finish them. Finish anyone. Since that day, La Republic informant for this revolution, they don't work to the highest extent, may nothing happen. If you ask them, say, what will be their interest? Now the war draft that way Sako be the talk. War draft is still go on again. War draft is still continue. So you say and say, well, just when you look the politics, I don't tell and say, don't look the literature. Be logical, let's evaluate the restoration movement. I want to talk under Sako. Let's evaluate. It the worker. So he aim now just for destroy the restoration movement, no? Because him doesn't even have a base, nothing. Let's be very, very, if it's there on their reasoning, if not be said that they on a payroll, if they never put them on a budget, may I ask you, Southern Cameroonian, may I ask you, they never put them on a budget. Watch the momentum, watch everything under Sako. I don't want to talk about what Marianta they do, or just watch them. That's why I said politics. It's not about how somebody talks. Like we call, say, Dr. Common Sense, Dr. This. Politics now, when you hear someone talk, you watch. Now, when I see the fear we activists, because they know that we activists are very quick in thoughts. We can watch, we can praise you. When we reach at a particular point we are not receiving, we say, hey, what's going on? We start evaluating. We activists are very good in evaluation. That's why I see most leaders are very scared of activists in this restoration movement. They are very scared because they know we have the quest to enjoy Southern Cameroon. But most of them, they have the quest to prepare for their retirement ages. Most of them. They know we have the quest to enjoy Southern Cameroon. Now, because if you look, no matter the leaders we support, we always ask questions at a particular time. Be Ayabacho, be Akwanga, be whoever, be even Sisikuwa in jail, who is in jail. Be Sako, be whoever leader we have supported as an activist. Be me, be Mark Barata, be Eric Tato, Tapang Ivo, be whoever. At a certain point, our logical mindset start asking questions on what actions they are taking towards the cause of the restoration movement. At any particular point. Because we are youth. Because we are action orientated. And that's why I see most of them don't like us. They don't like activists. You hear any place an old man goes, he will say, oh, activists, they talk too much. No. Because even in the United States, they are scared of activists. They know activists are logically mindset orientated. We know how to point A plus A, B plus B, and do our analytics and put it on the map. We know. Now, if you look politically, logically, if you look the restoration movement at it's now, you see that more damages have been done by some people which we don't know where their backs are coming from. We don't know. And all the killing of the restoration movement was done during the period of where they say Swiss dialogue, Swiss initiative, Swiss dialogue. Even myself, I supported the Swiss dialogue. Until I started understanding things. I just asked you one question here. Under the Swiss dialogue, did you hear Cameroon government says one day that they are ready for dialogue under Swiss? Remember, I told you in this world, there are 5 powers that control the political atmosphere of this world. 5. You have heard La Republic has opened its mouth for the first time because one of the 5 is part. Swiss is not part of the 5 countries that rule this world. Switzerland is not part. I want you, please, as you're joining, this is New Year, I want us to, because we are struggling to rebuild back the momentum. You all will be brief. Switzerland is not part of the 5 countries, the 5 big powers that rule the world. And why you hear people talking about Canada? Oh, Canada is not this, Canada is not that. But the one context we had in this restoration movement is, if we have to have any dialogue with La Republic, it must be on a neutral ground. I heard Barrister Bob Garmoni talking on this thing that, oh, we have not heard nothing from the Canadian No, the time has not reached for Canada to say any word whether they are in as a mediation or whatever. But I've told you, when 5 powers, politics is not about how people talk. All of them, they are making those noise because they want to know what is going. But ask them that since Seseko went to jail, what push have they put in all their respective angles they are? That's what we need to ask. Since the Naira 10 and the others, Abdul Karim too has been in jail now. His name is even be forgotten. Since all those people went to jail, a leader is a man who acts when there is a problem. But no one, apart from those which you don't hear them, the big names you don't hear, and now the front lines are confused. The 5 big powers, as I was telling you, you have America, you have the United Kingdom, you have France, you have Germany, and you have America. America, UK, France, Germany, Canada, I think, yeah. I'm not calling Russia anymore because of this war in Ukraine, yeah. America, Germany, UK, Canada, and France. When you hear these 5 big powers are involved in anything, know that there is a solution coming. That's why you see some people are making Swiss is not among the big five. Now, why are they scared? Why you hear people talk? Why you hear the La République did a speech on the 31st and whatever, and did not call and did not say anything about dialogue? And you heard 3 days after, oh, that we are interested. And you heard 3 days after that you are interested is because one of these big 5 powers, let me not even say 1, 2 are showing interest out of the 5. 2, America, who gave our brothers in the United States a temporary resident, Southern Cameroonians or Cameroonians who are affected with the war, and Canada. You can see that 2 out of 5 call consent. I want us to read. It's logic, it's politics. I will not go to the details. You have called you that there are 5 countries as world powers. And when anyone is involved, if you start seeing the others adding, know that there's a consent of interest. I've called you America, France, Britain, Germany, Canada. Those 5. Now, we already have 2 which are already talking. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this to tell you that why you are seeing such moves is because those we're counting on, those we're believing on, they have not worked. They have not been doing their job. Now, those who have been doing their job, most of you don't even know them. Now, those who are counting on want to get information. But my question is, why do you want to know about the Canadian dialogue when you have not been acting on the ground? When you ask me what action am I talking about, I said it here that the first thing we need in this war, we need logistics. So long as there is action on that ground, so long as there is action on that ground, so long as there is action, things will never be the same. No, right? Send which expert? Which expert are you talking? Which expert? Which expert? We don't need no experts. Forget those academical. I want to address that. That's the one thing we get full of. The experts can be corrupted. Forget about those things you talk about experts. That's the concept most of these self-interested minded people in the diaspora are putting in you. The experts we want to send, they must not, the person you are thinking that has to call in as experts must not be him. There are many other experts you don't know. That's the one thing those thieves always come behind. Because they know once we start coming out to bring it in the public, look, anything that has been brought in the public in this war has been destroyed. True or false? Anything that has been brought in the public. Do you know why things are being done now? Everybody is confused, even with the resolution fighter. If I not be telling them, say they attack prison yesterday, the fighters they don't wise and then they bring video again for outside. They not bring video. We used to say let they bring video to motivate the diaspora, but they saw that bringing video, you guys are not even motivated to help. That's the truth. You think action is not going on the ground? Action goes every day. Actions are going on the ground. I don't need to be an expert, but I can negotiate for Southern Cameroon. I don't need to be an expert. Raisa Tutang. Sorry for the distraction. I don't need to be an expert. I don't need to be an expert to negotiate. I just need to know what is what in Southern Cameroon. And I can find those that can guide me. I can find those that can guide me. Other countries who have been doing it, do they need to get your kind of expert? People like Gaddafi who transform deserts, did they go for the experts that some of you, maybe you, if you were in the shoes, you'd be looking for one great world expert? No. There are people who are expert, who don't make noise, who don't talk, who don't go out to show. And those are the best to choose, the ones which La République don't know. Yeah. The ones which don't know. Because in every war, it's secret that wins. It's secret that wins. Just like now, Facebook is blank. No, don't know whether no pity fight tomorrow, no pity come up for go fight. Nobody don't know. Asisote awilo sharp, whether a job don't be done for attack Ambazonia. Any live show we go, I will talk not about Amazonia. It has been 1 month, no pitch, no come up for fight. How you know say no pitch, no the fight? How you know? How does that, whether no pity go out for the battle, consent them? It makes no sense. It's because the boys are living in another phase of the war. And the war, they continue, eh? The war, they continue. The peace not go come till they give what the boys want. Now, let me go back to the dialogue. Southern Cameroonians, yes, there is a dialogue going on in Sweden. But, as you know, your interim appointed President Marianta and the Vice Abongo Harrison, they have not met officially, but talks are happening in Canada. Talks are happening. And yeah, for the fact that the talks are happening, you guys have been already getting some hints on what is going on. But I believe that those who are involved in that talk know the strength of the power of the ground. Now, yeah, all those you hear making noise around are those which have not been given impact on this war. They have just been waiting for the God time opportunity and the hard work of others to show up. And I've said it to those who are going to the Canadian talks. I've made my mind to them. They should not expose anything. We all know from those who are in jail, we already know their wish and their desire. We already know what the people of Southern Cameroon want. We don't need many heads to be gathered there. And from every context, they are working on that. Nobody knows the delegates who are they're going to represent. Nobody knows. But they are born and bred, hard patriotic Southern Cameroonians. Nobody knows if the leaders, Marianta and VP Abongo, are going there. Nobody knows. Nobody even knows how the Canadian dialogue started. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the diplomatic push. All those who have been moving with suitcases, going left and right, saying they are doing this, they are doing that. Well, we thank you for your work, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. Now, if the one thing which some people are scared is if the war ends without them being part of the negotiation. You must not be and you will not be. Because if you have to be, you have to work for it. All those who are running their mouth everywhere, Canadian dialogue could be, even if that war has to come to the context of which that has to stop this modern crisis, with our people deciding what it has to be, my brother, let it happen. Let it happen. We are young people. You old people, if you want to continue the war and you think that you don't want, look, if you want to continue the war, fight for firepower now. We want the war to continue. Don't just come and want to be part of every dialogue. Those who are struggling to make the dialogue are fighting for the fact. Are you fighting for firepower? Since when the war started for 7 years, you don't fight for one day, make some one AK go for down, or you don't fight some one logistics. When I get all kind of passport, but all the fear for go find this thing. When I don't collect all kind of money from Amazonia, but not you know the happen. But me when I hear some dialogues come up for some place, when I go don't work code then can stand. I'm president of this. Who are you to decide our destiny? Who are you? Who are you? For the first time, we see the hopes of our people in jail and their liberation in progress. For the first time. By people who don't even know how the thing came up. If you want to be a leader, let me tell you, you must not only be part of the dialogue. We need firepower on the ground. We need it. The boys, they need more granite. They need more logistics. Take your passport. Start finding logistics for your county. Take your passport. Go places, then they plenty. Go the arrange for granite. No candy, she don't wait to be opportunist. No, they can't wait. Most of you are just seeking for opportunities to be part of something. And you will not be. And those who negotiate for Southern Cameroon, they already know the heart desire of the people. We just need 2 people. 2 people to tell the team what to do. We don't need all this. All those which we have seen for the past years have shown to be hypocrites. I'm sorry to say it. Those who are, all of them have been hypocrites. Those who are dead, those who know whatever, let it go the way it's going. I've realized that when we account on everyone to be part of something, it spoils. Look, the one which had to happen with the United Nations talk, which everyone wants to go, everyone. It ended up being nothing. They look us like we're fools. But for once, they're looking us to be serious because not everyone is there. Not everyone is there. For once in our life, for once, with the calm of the social media, no videos, no, they are looking us for once in our life that we, have you heard people saying we are divided? Did you hear BBC or CNN come and say, oh, there's a talk happening in Canada and Southern Cameroon are divided over it? No. La Republique now is struggling to push its own buttons from the back to make us feel like none of you will know what is going on. Until the right time will come that it has to be a general public talk, none of you will know. Your main concern should be putting more firepower on the ground. Not what Southern Cameroon is not in Canada. Why should your concern be in Canada? Why? Let me ask you, if you are not self-greedy and interested, why should your interest be in Canada? Work for your own now. Why should your interest be in Canada? You say you are a leader. Are you not a leader? Have you not collected money from Amazonia? Have they not given you the money? Work for your own. Don't go and look for what your brother is struggling to give to his people to go and bring your bad witchcraft inside. Because anytime we see we are so many in something, there's always a Judas. There's always a Judas. Anytime we struggle to walk in one beat, for once in our life, I've asked you all, have you heard CNN report that BBC report we are divided? Have you heard somewhere they say, oh, Saudi, once in life you have not heard people saying we are divided. Because the ground is quiet. Nobody knows what happens in the ground or what doesn't happen. The diaspora is quiet. There is silence everywhere. And in where I come from, they say when the sea is quiet, that means there is communication under the water. Anywhere you go in the water, that you don't see wave, you don't see tides, you see it know that the big fishes, the real kings and queens of the water, are having their dongamene under. So you have seen the water is quiet. The water is so quiet. You don't hear no on social media. You don't hear no on social media. Everywhere is. The La Republique are confused. The La Republique are confused. The Southern Cameroonians corrupted bad seeds. They don't even know what to tell their masters. They are all left in the shallow. The few, because the Bible says, when 2 or 3 are gathered, God is there. The 2 or 3 that has been said, even in seeing the promised land, God did not carry 10. It was 2 that saw the promised land. Thank God my name appeared amongst Caleb and Joshua. There has never been a day in this world. That's why, and I like the Bible because the way you interpret it, that's how it manifests in your life. And that's what I take to advise those that are close to me. I say, even the promised land, which we are saying, Boya, 10 people did not enter. It was 2. Even Moses, that was the most righteous. The one which was turning God's heart. The one who went to the burning bush. Even Moses did not see the promised land. Who are those who saw the promised land? Caleb and Joshua. So that means we don't need thousands of people with all I hope this one will clear Raisa Tutang's head. We don't need all the 1,000 people with all their fake certificates which they cannot do nothing on the ground. Yeah. My stakes on the ground is, for my briefing and information I'm getting, is on the right footing. It's on the perfect footing. I will not go to that, but I will tell you here, nothing will happen until those in jail are out. So that's why I'm telling anyone, if you want the talks to go more stronger, get firepower on the ground. Go to your counties and LGA. Marianta and Abongwa, they are working very, very hard. I've told you that. And most of you in this revolution, you underlook women. But I've told you in the diaspora, don't underlook women. No. She's a British citizen and she's working hard. She's working hard. Abongwa is a medical doctor, and they're doing a good job. They are all youths. They're not there 60. They're in their 40s. They're agile like me. And they do a very good job. Very good job. So, if you want to make the talk go very, very well, more power, go for your county and LGA. The worker, go back to your county and LGAs. Start ask where your county and LGA they go enter. For now, concentrate on your county self. Go to your county and go define that route. Be a pure-hearted Southern Cameroon, not be a double-legged one. Kill that memory where Sakobi don't destroy them for inside most of us say we not go succeed. You see the success is coming. Because there's one thing in life. One thing that for give man gone, the next thing that for take him. The Republic knows whether they go moon, they go calm down. Just like how the Taliban's they did. We feel silent for Southern Cameroon for 6 months. But one day you go, yeah, because we get the machine. And not before fight every day to win war. No. No, they say Pikini collapse the Shabna for morning time. We don't wife and say La Republic the one long in the war. And we they ready. If the people boys are very ready, even if you get for take 30 years. And I young, the one good thing, look, God is not a respecter of man. The one good thing for this one, I say, all man way they bush, we fight for the next 20 years. Yeah? All man way they bush, we fight for the next 20 years. All man way they bush. Not be this one the way they America where they talk in the next 10 years, some Africa gets on high blood. All man way they bush, if he fight for the next 20 years, and that next 20 years they go on born. They are picking, they go on double. So the way we manage them now is very important. So some of una they shit on every day. They want to see Jackie Chan and Rambo. Make it come up on our Facebook. Make it sweet on our heart. You will not see it. They go attack when it's important. And nobody no go know. See the war, 7 years. No be if Pekin way begin for the class 1. It go then they enter secondary school now. 7 years, the boys don't matured. They are too matured, too intelligent, too smart, too brave, too courageous for some dirty things to. So you can say whatever you want to say. You can do whatever you want to do. But know that the war is going to the final phase. And whether La Republic go to the moon, go to the sun, go to the star, or go to Jupiter or Mars, we must end on a dialogue table. We must end on a dialogue table. And so long as that kalash then dey for that boy their hand, so long as that AK then dey, no man no go take him. No man, no man, no man. Even La Republic when they hear. So your job as a Southern Cameroonian is not to give up. Your job, I don't tell and say, yes, we all will get blood with the run for our skin. When you see some man do something, go worry you. But you don't need to give up. Your job should be how you continue for supply the boys. Now for the diaspora, they fail. If diaspora, you see and say, most of them don't even understand the philosophy and the logical content of how this war works. While La Republic, they really regret why the war they go on, some of them say the war they finish. I might give you another successful story for tell you say Southern Cameroon will be liberated. Which day in your life you ever say for certified document na 20,000 CFA? Which day? You just say na wait to the cause the war. I don't tell us sometimes say we are the breadbasket of that nation. When we cry, the whole that land is shake. Which day you ever hear say for worker for Semak zone, for get visa you go pay 120,000. Which day you don't hear? And then you should not for your bed. Nothing that don't say literature they over destroy most of our mentality. Any logical thinking young man go for a bank now, go withdraw money, can enter account to double the war. Any logical sense man, when you see when you go, you read the logical telescope of how the war they go on now. You already know say Southern Cameroon destiny be secure. But you know when you wait to the phone now, over life, over picture. Most of una, La Republic don't be very good in taking picture from Victoria, Tiko, Boya, Mutengene. Push them, say everything do the balance. Especially as our boys, then they leave, make what people they chop Christmas and New Year. Hey, they don't take them. I will sharp the one they don't take them. But I thank God say they give them respond this week for say no matter we live with them on a chop New Year, the war goes on. For Victoria and for Tiko, that one if they like me they don't fight. They don't already set their destiny. Nobody, I don't just say they don't need drive up people for corner water. Victoria people when I get the water, they say they want be the port. I ask them, say, now which deep sea port they want be for Victoria? Where they drive up, when I don't be for corner water for 100. They first drive them for island. And not even picking the way they burn them for that land, they rule the land. Foreigners, the way they come up, Buru Beti land. You on the site. They never know nothing. I be don't ask some my papa them for inside Victoria, say, which day you feel yes begin for Victoria? Go rule for some belief, Bulumani page the SDO. Which day? I be don't ask them that question. But they are more block. I be don't ask them that very question. Say which day? Which day? You know go ever hear say some picking for Southern Cameroon, there for some village for Yaoundé site or Betwa, the rule SDO or chief of tax or chief of something. They come for yourself and go say, go for Victoria. They don't start to drive them for corner water. When you refuse to fight for your right, you are like a dead man walking. And I'm very happy for my life. Say God made me a traveler. It don't make me the most wisest man on earth. The one greatest education I get, no be that paper they want to get for that country, say certificate. I see one Nigerian man wise. And why we used to talk and say, if you go for some country, you don't see Nigerian man run. Because Nigerian people, they don't look so much on. They just need to read and write. It's correct. That's all. They start traveling because a traveler, how much you travel, even when you go for embassy, they counter now. When they see your passport don't dirty with, they know the stress for you visa. Because they know traveling. Now the highest teacher on earth. When you work, you learn. When you work from one place to the other, you learn plenty things. So when she don't for the one they drink, when a castle, when a beer and everything, you go pay for your suffer. You go pay. But at least I thank those them way. My young youth, man, I no go off and no appreciate one. My voice might be small, but I'm very happy that the voice of the ancestor, it sings very deep. For once, you all the youths of Southern Cameroon, especially those the way they do for the entertainment industry, when I don't listen to me, I be talking for you like play, but I see when I manifest them. I want to enjoy the fruits of what I've taught you guys. That number one, love is wealth, not the money you have in the bank. The amount of people you love, especially this guy, Danny Green, they will go see that boy, they will go meet up. Let's say I'm a manifestation of the real me waiting for that Cameroon, they do the work. Yeah, that Danny Green 2003-7, he know for he passed the message very, very well in a technical and logical context for any wise young man for think and reason. And I'm very smart. I used to tell most of those that would be sing for you want mix French and English. I tell when I say not ever succeed. Those that would be coach Nigeria, I tell when I say not ever succeed. And one of the greatest mistakes we'll make that for join the Republic, or for better join Nigeria, or for don't be well developed, or when I youth then so for be very, very successful. Even though we're part of one big Southern Cameroon, the one mistake where we make, even though when they be talk say Biafra, they be do this, they be do that, but there is no state apart from the Northeast. And the good thing we're gonna say, we be close to those who they even know the development, the Igbo people. We be close to them. We be close. We not be close to the Mbororo them, the one the way they get Boko Haram. So it shows say if we even join Nigeria, all una for don't blow. All una for don't blow. All una. But I be very happy say when I don't listen, when I don't hear. Because as a young man, they don't even tell you. If all una, just look. I want some example, my young people. Just look this guy where they chop for Facebook, Prophet Rolex. I just come up for watch video. He don't bill us. Comedian. He own comedy now for chop all kind chop for Facebook. Prophet Rolex. He don't build house. But ask most of our people the way they call themselves a celebrity. If they get that kind of house with Rolex, not even upstairs, normal house. Ask most of your celebrity. Then you go know the kind which way be La Republic. You go know. But I be very happy so I don't listen to me. Most of una way when I be think say when you come off sing for pidgin, sing for French, you mix and with French, your music go sell. Una try when I not see no. But look this girl, this American, Cameroonian American from our side, the northern zone. Even for Cameroon, that music say people, if they never ever know him. That even for Cameroon, that music be come out. Even for Cameroon, because the Ministry of Culture, now they help to kill all Southern Cameroonian youths their talent. That Minister of Arts and Culture. Now he work now. You hear that Nigerian DJ for Dubai be tell una, but una stupid. He say now una government no one promote the youth. He tell una boldly. He say una government no one promote the youth. Since we the ones the way they start come out go Nigeria, start to don the excel. Look for the first in the history, and they not even know na Cameroonian girl Bianca people. A song of depression. Now in that day for top chart bot for America. Thank God say they not be born in for Cameroon. Thank God say not be born. You all have to learn. I be telling I say move, go to Nigeria. If you're a Southern Cameroonian youth, you want to grow, go to Nigeria and Ghana. Move towards that direction. Don't move towards this site. Congolese they even get small because they show love, even though it's not easy to for their site. But the place for you as a Southern Cameroonian who got talent, if you want to succeed, Go towards Nigeria, Ghana. No come go this side. Don't go. Turn your face. If you didn't have for northern or southern, look that side where your ancestors, they believe them. They come say they want to come back home. Go back now for that place where your ancestors, they don't want to be part of. Because when they come back, they not be too complain. They be just talk say they don't like the people, their style. They want to be on their own. They not be able to give you so much negative things like the one who see will be here from La Republic. From La Republic, you be here where ancestors say they be the chop off people head. They be get all kind things them for day. We even today, when I see here for Douala, you just want to say le microbi, whether I'm la microbis on a wait. Because since in the days, their ancestors, they don't be na chop head people. Since in the days, not be today. Since in the days, they be don't get that kind of style for waka, choke people, cut people. You do hear kind of story for day. You do hear, but you not ever hear that kind of story because life is all about culture, on how you grow. That's life. Life is all about culture, on your upbringing. Our upbringing, even the most strong head picking for school, you know, they play for same move knife. Who be you for talk for teacher? Who be you? Who be get very strict discipline masters? Who be you for even move knife or fight principal? Police they pick you the next man they look you they say be rebel. No man if you want can corner yourself. Apart from that one, the way they are heavy done different thing. But go look their side because they are when they call and say that mommy they say Mazembe. That real Mazembe. Coupe the tête. All thing you the end for day. All thing, all bad thing other side. So my fellow youths, this is a new year. If you want to succeed again, love one another. And I'm very happy you guys are listening. No matter how La Republic they fight for suppress my voice, the few who are listening to it, they are passing the message. Love one another. It is the greatest. It is the greatest gift on earth. It is the highest riches you can ever acquire. Love. For the play where they, if some one man when they get this country sick, he not get money, he post that for Facebook. The next day, he bank account if you want small go get $1 million US. Now so he did. And rich is not be about one person being rich. Rich is not about how many people, how many young people in your community are rich because now your roots that. If you tomorrow you poor, now that young people then go support you. Now when I be giving a call for Blaze B, say Blaze B, go put in Momo for online. I say make it do like Davido, no man no give money. Because there are no roots of rich people around you. If you want to be a rich man, become rich, make your friends rich. Now when I be happy for my life, all my friends, the way I get, most, all of them, they are well to do. This party what they do. Ask all those who they know my friend. The last one, the way I just live, all man don't work a cam. All of my friends, they do well to do. Well to do. All the one, the way I start from ghetto with. No man or the way small. No man. All them are big boss. If they want small, they drive na formatic them. They drive na Range Rover them. All my friends. Now, other some of them, when they look me for this thing, I don't join, they say, you know I enjoy life. You know I enjoy. But I tell them, say I can enjoy. When the people are okay. When everyone is rich, then my money will make meaning. When I not go need for work for road for dash some person money. When everyone will get something to eat and drink. So Southern Cameroon, Happy New Year once again. Be focused on your war. Don't forget to always like and follow this page. I know say not easy. They follow me, they hack me, but we'll keep on the gospel. And for all of you standing there, support one another. Support one another. It is the greatest gift to be rich. To be a wealthy man is not about you one going to club and buying the whole bottle of whiskey. That's stupidity. It's about how many rich people you have made. And I'm very happy that through this activism I'm able to create more rich people. Because even though I don't give them money, my words, the words of your ancestor, it multiplies riches in them. Do you know why we are suffering today? Because we're not trained on how to multiply rich people. But growing up and being more friends to Nigerians, I learned that from them. That's why if you are rich, you have money. You go back home. If you're a Southern Cameroonian, then for enter nightclub, they buy one pound bottle of whiskey, then they dash more. Take that money. It be good for buy them, eh? But if you buy them, but before you want to buy them, go for your village. Look, God, just go. Tell God, pray. Say, God, show me some person I want to sow seed. Go find some mama with the born corn, give 200,000, say, Mama, do it. Or young boy. Find some young boy with the say something, give 200,000. Say, I want to see you grow in business. Give, and then the next 1, 2, 3 years, go back, go find that young boy then. You go say, when you go come, they go look for the God. Nigeria is on Nigeria, but they get honor. You the yes of Nigeria man do help 10 people them. The way the boy they yes they don't broke, you I say they don't go uplift that man back. Because man, the greatest support of man is your fellow man. That's it. So for me, for do say go here, just go your quarter. Most of our young people when get wonderful money. For God don't at yet news level body way God don't bless them. It be good for go nightclub, go buy whiskey, drink, yeah. But just imagine. So you come on one day, you hold 1 baton, 1 million for your skin. You say, I want touch the street. Look, even the Americans, they do they recross them. Enter your quarter. Go. Find young man with the second box. I bless you with 200,000. Just do and say you want just do. Take an order for your business. Grow your business. I can't check you back in the next 1 year, see if you don't grow. That's it. On the next 2 years. The next 2 years, you take your motto. You turn, you look them. They are growth. When they grow, that means you are growing. That means you are growing. Just know that. And that's why I'm happy to see more of the Southern Cameroonians the way they succeed. At the end, my friend, the way they don't grow, I'm proud. I'm proud. And I'm proud because the wish of my ancestors, the wish of my forefathers will come back to reality. Where every son of Southern Cameroon will be able to win bread for the family. That's my greatest wish. And that was my oath I made to God before joining this revolution. Because I believe this revolution can reinstate that. Okay? So thank you all and Happy New Year. And thanks for the love, the way you all are growing, loving one another. I'm very proud of what I see. I see it coming, especially for we the young generation. The way we love each other. That should be our goal. Because that's the highest things that can make us rich. So you all take care. I know whatever is happening in Canada. Before anything go anywhere, I will tell you. But for now, if you want to hear any move, just like how you have heard Bia said, they are ready for dialogue. Know that if he has to say anything again, it will be that they should release everybody from the jails that have been held in regards to this war. Are you getting me? If that doesn't happen, then before anything you hear, just know that if you hear Bia has said, oh, yeah, we are ready for dialogue, which he did not say on the on his whether New Year's speech. Now we come and say they are ready for dialogue some 2 days ago. Know that if there's anything that has to come out again, after giving the next step, it will be that everyone from jail should be released. But as of now, before waiting for that, intensify the firepower on the ground. Intensify it. Go and support your county. Find your county back. Forget about whatever failure we have had. Stand strong again. Because the Bible says a righteous man falls 70 times. And all the 70 times, he stands back. Boom. Even me myself, you think who gives me this energy to keep on? It's because anytime I think of giving up, I believe it will happen. And gradually, by the grace of God, it will happen. The wrongs I do in the restoration movement, I struggle. Supporting every leader, I've done wrongs. When I supported Sako, I hurt some other people. When I supported Siseko, I hurt some other people. Everything, but it's only God's grace that will correct them to move on. Because moving on is not easy. Sometimes you hit your leg on the rock, but hitting your leg on the rock doesn't mean you don't need to continue. The rock can represent the problems which we face, but you have to tie the leg on, talk to your brother, and you keep on. So you all stay blessed. I'll always be here. I'll always be here. I'll always be here. Till the day you hear me, I'm packing my bag and I'm coming to Southern Cameroon. I'll be landing in Tico Airport, or if possible, Victoria Airport. I'll be landing there because that's the land of my forefathers. And that will come. No matter how long it tarry, it will come. It will. If only we don't give up. So we have one challenge. One, firepower on the ground. Firepower on the ground. Don't be concerned in any politics in diaspora. Concern how much firepower you struggle to send. You must not send the boys or buy the AK, give the boys. The boys, they know where to buy the AK. Send the money to the fighter. Don't care how the fighter use it. Because the fighter knows if he doesn't use that money well, he will die. That's the one thing you guys don't know. Send the money to the fighters on the ground. Struggle that your $100 should get to the fighters on the ground. Because when the money gets to the fighter, They know very well that if they don't buy what they need to buy, they are the ones who will die. That's why you see they don't play with the money. So the best people to send your money to is the fighters. Send the money to them. And how can you do that? In your county and LGA. In your county and LGA. Go to your county back. Go. Don't think about what Sako did or whatever. Go back. Ask, where is my county? Who is my county chairman? I want to be part of my county. And your main focus should not be giving money to someone in the diaspora. Make sure you are able to send the money. Hear the money. Hear the fighter confirming that they receive. Because when they receive that money is their life or their death. If they don't use it very well, they will die. If they use it very well, they will live. God bless you all and stay blessed. This is the voice of your ancestor, and I'll always be here to keep you strong. Bye for now.